X-Men Origins Wolverine 2 again. Why the hell were you Bryan Singer? Why couldn't you direct that film? Instead we had Brett Ratner directing X-Men 3, and then we have, I think it was Harold Donner, I believe was his name, directing X-Men Origins Wolverine, and what happens there? Deadpool has no mouth! Everything else was great except for Deadpool has no mouth! A lot of the Wolverine fans hated that. I didn't like that at all, but I tried to find as much enjoyment as I could because there's no point in getting frustrated because it's not like you can drive all the way to Hollywood and slap up the director for screwing up the movie. You just basically have to take it as it is. So, yeah, I guess that's the best we can get. But it just... Where were you, Bryan Singer? We could have used you. You could have made X-Men Origins Wolverine better. You could have made X-Men 3 better. But instead, you go off and you create the worst Superman movie ever. You send Superman to Krypton. Why did you send Superman to Krypton for some odd years, and he comes back and he's lost the love of his life, Lois Lane, to Perry White's son, and Lex Luthor is now out of jail. This is supposed to be your idea of making a better version of Superman 3 than the crappy version that had Richard Pryor? Your version is just as bad! Oh my God! It was so terrible! The script was terrible! Oh my God! The plot, the plan that Lex Luthor came up with by creating a kryptonite continent, that was stupid. I kind of understood why they had Lois Lane giving birth to Superman's son. In fact, that Lois Lane is the mother of Superman's son. I kind of like that. And if you actually saw the director's cut of Superman 2, you would understand why they did that, because the part about the father becomes the son becomes the father. That Krypton prophecy, I guess you could say, because that's why they call it in Superman 2, that is actually mentioned in the director's cut of Superman. It's mentioned in the director's cut of Superman 2. Which I didn't even like the director's cut of Superman 2. I hated that cut because the ending sucked. The theatrical ending was much better because you have Superman flying in, holding the top of the White House and putting everything back the way it was. But in the director's cut, Superman spins the world around in reverse just like he did in Superman 1 to fix everything. And I'm thinking, oh, that's stupid. You did that already. I don't want to see you do that again, because that's something that's like what a kid wants to do. He wants to rewind everything so he doesn't have to pay for the mess anymore. That's dumb. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Superman do that again. No. I like better when Superman kisses Lois Lane to make her forget that Clark Kent and Superman are even true. That he's flying with the flying, and that's better. But as I said before, Bryan Singer, you created a terrible Superman Returns movie. Oh. You should have never left the X-Men. You know, X-Men 1 was not totally a great movie. There were a lot of things that could have been better. And there was a lot of a lot of the fans felt that they disappointed by some of the characters, but I think Bryan Singer did a pretty good job, and he did a much better job in X-Men 2. So if he could have done X-Men 3 and he could have done X-Men Origins Wolverine, he probably could have done that a hell of a lot better. And Deadpool would have at least been able to speak and be able to make his cracky jokes at the end somehow, in some way. But instead, we got two movies that weren't all that great, and just, I mean, I kind of, even though I did enjoy X-Men 3 and X-Men Origins Wolverine, I mean, I bought them both DVDs, but I thought that Bryan Singer could have made them better. Oh well, maybe Bryan Singer will make this movie better, and maybe Bryan Singer will be able to explain how Lee Shaver's version of Sabretooth becomes Taylor Maine's version of Sabretooth. Which is my theory, my opinion. I think Stryker does something to Sabretooth and pushes his mutation further, maybe. I think that's what I think, honestly. And maybe he also uses the helmet that was supposed to be used on Wolverine there's a deleted scene where he puts this helmet on Wolverine to erase his memory, and they decided to delete it. Maybe they actually put that helmet on Sabretooth at some point in his life, and that's also advancing his mutation, and maybe that's why he doesn't remember Wolverine, vaguely remembers Wolverine, and why he looks the way he does. So that's all I can say about the fact that Bryan Singer is coming back. This will probably take up 2 parts there.